So the Rashi Tevos for this year, which is Hey Tafshin Pei Aleph, the Hey being 5,057.81. So actually, there's an interesting entry on this in Koheles Ya'akov from the Baal Milo Haroim, Talmud of the Maggid of Mezrich, and it's based on the that these Rosh Tevos are actually if you flip the Shin and Tuf, so it's Hey Shin Tuf and then Pei Aleph. So that's actually one of Hashem's names, and it's Chiluf Shem Tzvos. We say the name Tzvos, not Tzvakos, according to Chassidus, as the Rebbe explains. That's in Olam Abriya. It's not in Atzilus like the other names. It's in the almost Biyah, and therefore the Rebbe would say Tzvos, and therefore we say Tzvos. At any rate, the Atbash of Tzvos, if you flip the Aleph to a Tuf and so forth, if you flip the Beis to a Shin, and so you flip all the letters to their opposites on the other side of the Aleph Beis. So it comes out that the name Tzvos is this name Hey Shin Tuf and Pei Aleph. And Zohar Pekudei, Daf Reish Samach Amud Beis, this name is brought in Zohar HaKadosh in Parshas Pekudei. Niro de Bechinas Shem Zeu bePerek Elyon de Netzacho de Bria. Where is this name? Well, it's in the Olam Habriya, like we said. The name Tzvos actually does correspond to a level in Atzilus. Even though in other places it corresponds to almost Biyah, it also corresponds with the Sfiros Netzach and Hod in Atzilus. And but the Atbash of the name, and anytime you flip the name with gematrias or numbers or some kind of permutation of the name, like an Atbash, so you're going down a level. So if the name Tzvos is Netzach Hod and Atzilus, so the name of in Atbash of Shin Tuf and Pei Aleph is in Olam Habriya. It's Netzach Hod and Bria, but it's the Perek Elyon of it. It's the highest level of the Netzach Hod. And therefore it attaches to the world of Atzilus because it's the highest level of that. So it's, so to speak, directly connected to Netzach Hod of Atzilus is the Netzach Hod, the Perek Elyon, the highest level of Netzach Hod of the world of Bria. And the this is also hinted to by the fact that these letters are the language of shutafus, which means to gather together, to be united together. Netzach Hod, we know, are a two spheros that work together. They're two sides of a pair. They're the two legs, so to speak, that Nevuah stands on. And in the Zohar HaKadosh there in Pekudei, the language is Chibura de Nivim, a group of prophets. It's not just one lone prophet, but like a Chevel Nivim, a whole group of them, a congregation of prophecy. Shu Chibur B'Nivim. So too Netzach Hod and Atzilus, and it's also the concept of the Moros. Netzach Hod corresponds to a Mare Hanavua, or mirrors, or some kind of looking glass where you see through clearly. And he says that these letters, if you spell it out, Hey Shin Tuf Pei Aleph, and spelling it out, Hey Aleph Shin Yud Nun Tav Vav Pei Aleph Aleph Lamed Pei. Gematria, it's the gematria of Zehu Perek Elyon de Netzach V'Hod de Bria b'Mechuvan. It's exactly the gematria of this is the highest point of Netzach Hod in the world of Bria. Okay, so if that's the case, that this year then corresponds with Nevuah that's lower on a lower level, So it's and it has to do with coming together. So this, to me, perhaps we could say that this is prophecy as it comes down to be communal, and perhaps this mirrors the promise of the Navi Yoel, where he says, "V'haya," in Yoel Gimel Aleph, he says, "V'haya achrechein," and after this, "Eshpoches ruchi al kol basar," I will pour forth my spirit on all flesh. "V'nibu b'neichem uv'nosechem," and your sons and your daughters will prophesy. "Ziknechem chalamos yachlomun," your elders will dream dreams. "Bachurechem chezyonos yidu," your young men will see visions. So, as a community, to have prophecy, perhaps, this is the promise of this year. As we draw closer to Yemos HaMashiach, we get closer to prophecy and vision and getting close to Hashem.